As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them. So Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Usia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Osean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Osean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over.
This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Osean Long-Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side.
And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Moving Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich.
Door warning.
ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route. It's Erusian.
They are responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier.
Door warning.
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that. We'll look for our way home.
We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
Missile.
Locked on. Go down.
Missile. Missile.
military. Chaffin flares launched.
Wait. General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarth are the real patriots. Onward!
Watch two. There's a vehicle up ahead. It's gonna ask us to pay a toll. Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot, but when the communication networks come back online,
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war. Vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals. Streamer's down!
there's a strict curfew. But people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on. ID'd as a Rouge military.
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General Labarth are the real patriots. Onward!
Strider 1, warship sunk.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
Fox 2. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Target is down. Chaffin flares are running low.
Nice work. That takes care of that one. We're heading for the highway. Thanks to you. You got out of paying that toll.
I'll wait before firing. Bail out now. Wheels 1, stop. Check your IFF. It's a friendly. I know what I'm doing. Pursuing enemy. It is not machines that make the decisions. It's people. Understand that.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Gruner Park. Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia. I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it. The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong? We're heading towards Gruner Park. Rendezvous point is the helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Anti-air gun eliminated.
Objective destroyed 3 strikes.
Target in gun range.
Traeger, enemy has a lock on you.
answer as follows. 263 Tango 4, 199er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah. Don't they know nowhere is safe?
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Eurasian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
Which faction is the
That was something.
We need to know what one.
Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron. I've got it taped, nice and secure.
An armored vehicle's behind us. Vehicles by the Eurasian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VRE is in trouble. Wait for it.
Taking fire! Take care of them!
There were too many conservatives in the Air Force that hated the truth. Whether you were paid for it or not, you're just too stubborn to change the time.
I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
The fight did not just instinct.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
System failures caused friendly fire incidents among Ocean forces. There are even rumors of penal units turning on their former allies. Your general, you have drones at our disposal. Therefore, these talks.
Vehicle eliminated.
We're coming up on a tunnel. We'll need to split up until we reach the exit. There's more to Belkin technology than just UAVs. Taking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. Used to make clones that resembled Ocean fighters. And then to assassinate Harling and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Lucy is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Take out Eddie in autonomous mode.
You've entered the clouds. Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that the trial soared high before they were bring the general's tank.
The drones aren't receiving my orders. Can we switch the UAVs to slave mode?
It's Erusian military.
The general's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing.
How'd you last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence. Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear to the others. Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosting drone productions will make up for our losses. They shouldn't take
you, Strider 1.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
Who do we turn to in this darkest hour? We need a beacon of light to show us the way. This is the Erosion News Network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. We've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you. Do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft we've gone on a tunnel about. The scratches. There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait. Unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Lancaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP.
Shit.
That's all we can do.
ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right. I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco.
Wilco.
I'm here to deal with that traitor.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Yeah, good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Osean big shots, too? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Behind the enemy. Mine.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you.
No good. Shit.
Osean fighter, just how long do you plan on getting in my way? Enemy missile cruising, breaking!
You're in my way.
Enemy attack struck me. I'm still okay. Locked on bandit.
Bandit destroyed. Well done. I'm behind my target.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Enemy is locked on, breaking!
Nice kill.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... the drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Lancaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean Craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What? In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
You can aboard the MQ-99 launch. Our commands are overridden. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason. Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Additional hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Missile launched.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
Strata 1, target acquired.
Behind the enemy. Missile inbound. Drinking. Enemy on your back.
Target is in machine gun range.
I'm behind my target.
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Strata 1, missile launched.
Not bad at all, Trigger.
4 bandits left. Three bandits to go.
There's a lock. Enemy on your back.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. 2 bandits left. Show them what you got. Missile away. 1 bandit to go. Strata 1, target acquired.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
General, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft Using his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake. Were you sent by the General's staff? No, we'd like you to send... I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What does that mean?
The tail of that plane.
Lancaster, are all of these really unknown?
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has
The island we went to was supposed to have been secured by the ground forces. They hadn't gotten a handle on things by the time we got there, so now we were stuck in the middle of a half-assed campaign. My job was to get the planes ready for combat, making repairs and handing them over to our troop of cons. Thing is, the enemy still had the hangars. The comms were still down, so none of us knew what the hell was going on. The last transmission I heard before everything went to shit was that some prisoners from an Osean military penal unit rioted and managed to escape. They stole some jets and now they were flying around, taking out their former allies left and right. I wonder if any units like ours were out here, creeping around. Hearing the Osean jets firing at each other overhead chipped away at morale. Since the radio was out, it was quiet. I liked it better that way. All I heard was the gunfire. Here we were, walking around carrying rifles. We were pilots, damn it. Friendly fire will probably kill us. You know things are desperate when the guards that used to lock us into solitary are now telling us it's better we all stick together. I guess they think our odds of surviving this war are better that way. After walking for miles across the battlefield, we came across the wreckage of a plane. Passenger, not military. I knew that rose. It was an Erusian liaison plane. The guards' dogs smelled something and took off. They led us to a cliff. And the bodies.
Today, I lost everything. When Osea attacked our capital, my father, a man who was never really suited to being the king, was killed. I was to be flown out of the war zone to safety, but the plane was shot down by rebels. The entire crew was killed in the crash. Soldiers appeared and one shot at me. My dog went after him and I shot him to pieces. He was my best friend. After all those speeches I gave about working together for peace, I thought everyone felt the same as I did. I'm sure the soldier who shot at me knew I was the Princess of Erusia. He was Erusian too. More soldiers have come. Now, there is no one left to protect me. I am so numb, I cannot move. I watch as one of their dogs approaches. It sniffs mournfully at my dead friend. I wonder if it grieves for him as much as I do. I can barely think. I feel weaker by the minute. I don't know who these soldiers are with, but I managed to take a sip of the water they gave me.
How long have you been here?
Somehow, I muster the courage to answer the woman's question. I tell her I've been there 3 days. They gather around me with grim looks on their faces. What would they do if they knew I was the Erusian princess? After searching the cockpit of the plane, The woman who spoke to me before came back to me.
This is an air-to-ground tactical radio. It still works!
I noticed she walked with a limp. She knelt down next to me and asked her companions to give me some food. And then, very softly, she said,
"You see, I used to listen to your broadcasts, Your Royal Highness." Just what did you see here?
Okay, enough talk. Your opinions have all been taken into consideration. Beyond the seizure of Farbanti, which is important, and supporting the Erusian officer. At this point, I just don't know what our strategy is, or what our mission will be. Radio communication is still patchy for both the military and civilians, so we're getting zip from Mission Command about our orders. Still, with countless Erusian forces in the area, it's too dangerous for us to stay around here waiting for a miracle. Now, regarding Count's suggestion to think about self-defense, I think we should make a break for Tyler Island. It was a large Osean base before the start of the war. Count says his previous squadron took part in an operation to seize control of the island. It has the only base that will get us to the space elevator without refueling. It's also a transport facility for supply ships that provide drones and ammo for arsenal birds. For the Osean forces that are looking to reclaim the space elevator, those are two great reasons in its favor. If everything went according to plan, the base may already be in Allied hands when we get there. Though based on what Count told me about the island operation, it won't be easy to seize control.
If the ground troops have managed to open the bridgehead, the transport route to Osea for supply ships should be available.
So much at stake, I can't imagine Erusia just giving it up without a fight. Things could really have gone bad.
Even if there are enemies left, they should be pretty easy to suppress.
I just want to go home, man.
Me too.
With that look on your face, Trigger, I know exactly what you want to do.
If Trigger's ready to kick ass, then so am I.
Damn straight. We're with you, Trigger.
It's decided then. Let's get all the aircraft and haul ass to Tyler Island. Although we can avoid the Arsenal Bird's anti-air network, there's still remnants from the Erusian forces. I want to get to the island without getting into any unnecessary combat. Pick a fast craft and fix it how you want. Pack for a long trip, but remember, if you drag your ass, you'll get left behind.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
This is Tango 2-3, pursued by multiple tanks and APCs.
They'll all go down if we don't pull back the landing craft. It's what? Abandoned Tango 2-3?
Something's not right.
Tango 2-3, we don't have the firepower to assist you. You're on your own.
Please, we need help!
Wagtail is on the Osean landing ship. What's going on? What did you say?
Multiple bogies inbound. Damn it. Prepare for anti-air combat.
This is the AWACS Longcaster. The aircrafts in your area belong to the LRSSG.
Allied aircraft. A retreating vehicle is taking fire. Requesting assistance.
Roger. ID complete.
Shit. These are Osean.
Update us on Tyler Island.
Good word. Our forces are scattered and on the run.
They're on the run?
We were waiting for retreating units here to carry them out to safety. Their artillery fire just missed us off our starboard side. Do me a favor, Lancaster. Many of our allies are cut off. We need support and an escape route.
Understood. We'll do what we can. Let's help retreating Osean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Thanks. It's absolute chaos out there. The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something! Calling friendly birds! Take out the hostiles in our area! Get us out of this hellhole! We need help while we're still up and running!
Strider 1, Fox 2.
There's more over here. The bodies of dead civilians. I don't think they were part of the fight. Look at that, they're all lined up. If you see 3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
Our last vehicle has been destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly! The artillery fire's been a number on my ear. No, we're not combatants. Some of them on the way. Just got the photograph. We'll head back to HQ. Give us another 30 minutes. The men say they want to at least get the children a proper burial. I can guess what happened here, but I really don't want to think about it. Damn those Russian bastards! It's a blatant war crime! Take photos for evidence.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here?
It's all crazy, man.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Hold in the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Come away from the mass striker.
Our guys even took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Send in the tanks!
Allied retreat looks good.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass striker.
Strider 1.
Supply ship at the munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back.
Try to save your ammo. Lure them in and then fire at once.
I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. The spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and a family. Most likely, they were involved in Delta. Get the wounded out of here. In the landing craft! Many thanks, Lancaster. We didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood.
We did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly. The whole operation is crazy! Stop waiting!
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Nickel.
Don't let anyone other than Erusian airspace units into the base.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. They're after the supply ship. Do the countdown! Commander, down!
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Lancaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from an allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. Where are we supposed to believe? Who can we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
There's still one arsenal bird left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Focus cameras to track the supply ship. Can we flank the enemy to strike them from behind? Don't fight with your backs to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Thanks. But will we make it in time?
A landing ship is waiting for you.
Right. We leave the wounded. This will guarantee us the one-way ticket to hell. Pretty sure we're there already.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind.
This is Echo 13. 2 tanks left, but they're running on fumes and low on ammo.
Understood.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bogies inbound. Escort fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon? Of course. Chase off the bogies! There's no way they're ours! Almost there! Commence operation no return! These are unguided. Stay on course.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Identification complete.
Missile.
It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers, or they'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
We're outnumbered and we'll be surrounded. Destroy the mass driver completely. We're signaling our break with Belka. Where they will lock on this block.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Enemy on your back.
These reinforcements are elite.
Missile. Missile.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Missile.
I'm on my target's tail.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Missile.
Enemy pilots outclass us. No aim. Strategic bombing.
Missile away.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Target locked.
Missile. Missile.
Hostile confirmed.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch.
Enemy on your back.
Enemy missile.
This is launch control.
Missile.
The enemy is closing. Confirm
Missile.
launch readiness. Affirmative.
Missile.
This is our last chance for
Missile.
Operation Feeding Time.
Missile.
Launch control. Roger that.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
More bombers
Missile.
approaching. Intercept them now.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Intercept those bombers. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
This is Graham 7. I'm behind my target.
Missile.
Thanks, Trigger.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Missile.
Enemy on your back.
Missile.
The bombers are about to reach the island. Shoot them down now.
Missile.
Only
Missile.
half the bombers remain.
Missile.
We can't let even one get away.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Bombs away! Bombs away! Radicals and Oceans can burn in hell.
Carpet bombing? They can't be serious. How many do they think they'll kill? We've lost contact with the Oceans on the island. We failed. Let's help retreating Ocean forces. Take out any hostiles in their area. Don't engage till targets are ID'd.
The boots on the ground don't need more people shooting at them.
Missile.
Thanks.
Missile.
Absolute chaos out there.
Missile.
The Erusians are even starting to fight amongst themselves.
Well, now we know what's going on, but shit.
Calling friendly guards. Take out the hostiles in our area. Get us out of this hellhole. We need help while we're still up and running.
Trigger is destroying the target.
There's more over here. Bodies of dead civilians. I don't think we were part of the fight. With that, we're all lined up. Hell, they're not combatants. Some of them aren't even wearing shoes. I can guess what happened here. flagrant war crime. Confirm perimeter.
They're Erusian. Jesus, they're firing at each other. Is this the norm around here? It's all crazy people.
We are in the middle of a mission to take back the mass driver. The supply ship is munitions depot. It's highly combustible.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Just got the photograph. We'll head back to East. Give us another 30 minutes. Put your back! Fire! Water with the proper area.
Catch you, pal.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
Don't pursue too deep. We just need to buy some time. Open the bay until Operation Feeding Time. Pull them away from the mass driver.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
3 strikes, count to 3, and the enemy's gone.
The last vehicle is destroyed. Let's get out of here.
Let's get moving! Hit the gas and don't let up until we reach the extraction point! I don't want to see anyone, hostile or friendly!
Enemy on your back.
We're outnumbered, taking heavy losses. We can't even run. The enemy will shoot us in the back. Go with us. The enemy APC from there.
Attack missed.
This whole operation is crazy. Stop whining.
All aircraft, search every nook of the island. We're not leaving anyone behind. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Our guys either took out the enemy's air support. What do we do now? Get in the tank!
Allied retreat looks good.
Behind the enemy.
Target acquired.
Enemy on your back.
Ambush, stay calm, reform the ranks. It's fine if we take a little damage. We need to finish this fight now. Can you hear us? We're taking fire from multiple enemy tanks.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. UAV confirmed destroyed.
We can't afford to take any more damage. Get out there and do something. I count 12 dead bodies here. They seem to be upper middle class. Spaceport's nearby, so they could be researchers and their families. Most likely, they were involved with Belka. They did it! We're moving out! Leave the cat behind! We'll come back to this island one day and send them off properly.
You just defend the mass driver today.
Get in the landing craft! Many thanks, Longcaster. You didn't have to leave our boys to die.
Understood. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. ID complete.
Strider 3 launching missile.
The Erusian ground forces show no sign of letting up. We're taking heavy damage.
Strider 1, we've identified the unknown targets.
An explosion inside! Continue the countdown. The enemy's not stupid. They're after the supply ship. Do the countdown! There's still one arsenal left. If we can fill it full of bombs, then Erusia will have a fighting chance. Use cameras to track the supply ships. Don't fight with your back to the supply ship. If it's hit, we're done for.
Wait, multiple bogies from the east.
Their timing tells me they're not here to bring good news.
We need to ID the bogies. Take them down if they're hostile.
Understood.
Strider Squadron, you're near an armada of bogies. Identify them.
Fighters, we're counting on you. Should we fire? Even if we're not fired upon?
Visual.
Like an eagle.
Ram 7 locked on target. Graham 7, I'm behind my target. Graham 2, attack failed.
Identification complete. It's Erusian bombers and their escorts.
Count's prophecy has come true. Take out all bombers. They'll flatten our allies.
Plenty of civilian casualties as well. Precision bombing is impossible in these conditions. Maybe they know they can't. We're gonna drop them all.
Launch control, this is flight leader. All systems ready. We are a go for launch. This is launch control. The enemy is closing. Confirm launch readiness.
Affirmative. This is our last chance for Operation Feeding Time. Launch control, roger that.
The bombers are nearing the island. We're running out of time.
Not bad at all, Trigger. Behind the enemy.
Strider 1, Fox 3.
Graham 2, locked on target.
Only half the bombers remain. We can't let even one get away.
Graham 8, Fox 2. Graham 8, behind my target.
Enemy on your back.
More bombers approaching. Intercept them now.
Graham 7, Harris. On my stop, be careful.
Stall warning. Missile.
Target locked.
Intercept those bombers. Fox 3.
They've taken out many of our aircraft. Use extreme caution. Our bombers are destroyed.
All enemy bombers have been destroyed.
We did it.
Continue with your mission.
Someone get out of here, hurry! If you let them through, we're as good as dead!
It's the Osean military.
Don't they know they're on the same side?
We'll be firing at each other.
This is AWACS Longcaster. We're uploading the latest ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Hold your fire! Confirmed. The info is from Allied AWACS. Hold your fire! Roger. But what are we supposed to believe? Who should we follow?
You guys got out alive. You have time to figure it out.
Rendezvous! We don't even know where we are! The front line. Don't stop!
Target hit.
Graham 8, I've been hit by a missile.
Pick up the speed with your search. The faster you find him, the more people we can save. Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Give me enemy position! Speak up! The artillery fire sent a number on my hearing! This independent special security squadron is demanding to be let into the base.
Shit, those guys do some real dirty work.
Target destroyed by Strider 1.
Fox 2.
They use the lack of contact with superiors to do whatever they want. Don't let them in. Send them away.
1, target destroyed.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1,
Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Hey, you. Dumbass with scratches on his tail. Hear me? I need you to help some people. There's a group of refugees surrounded by Erusian tanks right here. Needless to say, their future's not looking too bright.
This is a secure military line. Who is this?
Me? You can call me the Scrap Queen.
Lancaster, she's an ally. Trigger and I'd know that voice anywhere.
Voice. So you're still breathing, Sir Count.
Here, let me have a word. Hey, it's been a while. I had a feeling the two of you were still alive. Remember, stick with Trigger and you'll make it.
I have a bit of intel for you. We'll share it if you can help those refugees. Count me in.
That's right.
Echo 13, all hostiles are down.
Understood. This is our last chance. We'll see how far we can go.
Ammunition 0. Ammunition 0.
We've destroyed all of the targets. All bogies should be ID'd now. Mission complete. Okay, Scrap Queen. Send us the target coordinates.
I was thinking about how I'd do that.
Don't you have a laser target indicator?
Why would she? Use a smoke canister. I've been sticking this to the enemy's doorstep. Not me. Wait, you moron! Wait! What are you doing, dumbass? Here! It's right here!
Lancaster, we confirmed the location of the flare.
That's them. All aircraft, we just updated your threat matrix via data link. Take out those targets.
Don't miss. We don't want to hit the pretty ladies down there.
Missile.
Hurry!
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
Missile.
Missile away.
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, bandit splashed.
Missile. Missile.
Good job! The enemy tanks are killed. I don't think I could even do anything with that scrap.
Everyone knows this for no other reason.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Hurry! Get moving!
That takes care of them. No civilian casualties? Nice going. Do you hear the singing?
Beginning to countdown. Pressure stable. Cooling system is on.
Lancaster, a promise is a promise. Here's the intel. I heard it from an Erusian soldier that's affected.
Star warning.
Supply ships will be launched soon.
Star warning.
Yeah, that is valuable information.
That doesn't sound good.
But can it be trusted?
Not sure. Heard it from a man who said he wanted to atone for his sins. Up to you to trust him or not.
Understood. Good luck.
Releasing safety. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch. 1, 2, 3. The mass driver is accelerating.
The supply ships have been launched from the mass driver. If the supply ships make it to the Arsenal Bird, they'll be able to resupply it. They may be loaded with new weaponry that we don't even know about. We have no choice but to take down the supply ships before they can get within the Arsenal Bird's air defense network. You've got to hurry or you're not going to make it. 3 minutes to the enemy's air defense network.
Missile.
I can't get a lock.
Missile.
All aircraft, remain on high alert. We got bandits incoming on radar. You're gonna have to forget about them for now. Focus on destroying that supply ship first.
We're sitting ducks like this.
If we let the supply ship get too far away, we'll never be able to catch it.
If the operation fails, we will everyone know it.
expecting this to be easy if all they can do is fly fast.
That sucker's hiding in the clouds. Trigger, don't let it get away.
They're faster than I expected. We need to do it now.
Did you see that explosion? Looks like that's one of them down.
Remember, there are 2 supply ships out there. Hurry up and shoot the other one down.
That giant monster of a bird.
We've recalculated the remaining time.
Missile. Missile.
60 seconds remain.
Missile.
Don't overshoot.
Hope you're all enjoying the pretty fireworks. If this thing had any windows, we could have seen it for ourselves. Nice work, team.
We're gonna find ourselves a boat and leave this island. We're taking the refugees, along with any deserters from the Erusian military.
Who's the girl that ran at the tanks with the smoke canister? A few more crazies like her, and life down there may have been a tad bit easier.
What do you think would have happened to those refugees if you hadn't intervened? The princess saw what happened. They were little kids.
That's why I like the sky. You don't have to see those types of things.
Does this mean we're that much closer to ending the war?
No, we just basically prevented it from going on forever.
Count's right. We have no choice but to return to our original base. Our base that is nearly out of food and fuel. We need to do something.